Welcome back to Living Outside the Closet.
Can you hear that?
Can y'all hear it?
I gotta talk really close.
You can't fidget.
Today's episode, we have a special guest. This is my best friend, Kori.
Hi, how are you doing?
Kori's in from Georgia.
That's loud. Oh, God. Here we go with me fiddling.
Oh, here goes the dog.
Wrestling.
They're gonna knock the camera over again. All right, well, Kori lives in Georgia. She never has phone signal.
No, I don't. I never have phone signal. I don't even have signal here.
You don't?
No.
What carrier do you use?
AT&T.
Get Verizon.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Do you have Verizon?
Yes.
You really don't got no signal here?
No, when you gave me the Wi-Fi, that was when I started to get signal. Like I had, downstairs I have one bar. Upstairs I have two bars.
Well, Kori does not have signal in North Carolina either.
No, I do not.
Well, I feel like you can kind of hear my echo here when I talk.
But it's clear when you talk.
I can
Really make it echo right now. But Kori came to see me
Yes.
for the first time ever in our 7 years of friend. How long have we really known each other?
So probably since 2016.
That's longer
I
than
think
7 years.
That's
2016.
That's like 8
26.
years.
That was my senior.
That was my
years.
senior year in high school.
Yeah.
I think I foresee us bumping heads in this episode.
We're like those conjoined twins that got married.
They got married and have a husband together.
Did you see about them?
Yes.
Oh,
That's so weird.
Yeah, they're living their best life.
They've got one.
Okay.
So anyway, Kori's here just to come and see us. She's never been here to this part of North Carolina. Her husband was.
My husband was in the military. He was a Marine. So we were in New Bern, North Carolina for about 4 years. And then we moved back to Georgia. And now I'm here to visit them. Because I've never been on their part of the town.
Amy. Amy.
But, so me and Kori, little backstory about how we met. We met on social media
We did.
back in, I guess, 2016.
I think it was 2016. Because
How old?
I had just started driving around that time.
So I'm 2 years older than you?
Yeah, I think so.
How old
I was
are you?
born in 99.
I was 98.
So you're a year older.
I guess so. So I was a senior in high school when we met. Well, we really didn't meet.
No, we just talked.
We just texted.
We just talked over the phone.
My parents didn't know about her. She was my secret friend. They still don't really know about her. They've never met her.
No, you've told your sister my name. Like I think they
They've
know
heard
like
me
we're
talk about
friends
you.
now.
They didn't know, but like it was one of those things. Like I got with Amy, and then they started hearing about Kori. I was like, "Oh no, I was friends with Kori before Amy." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Who is Kori?"
Where'd she come about? She don't live here.
That we didn't know about.
So, but we were friends way before I met Amy, and
And then y'all started dating.
then we moved out. Whatever, we got together,
Mhm.
and so I stayed friends with Kori.
But the first time I ever met y'all was when y'all both came up.
Mm-hmm.
When you tried to kill us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first time
She
I met you.
killed us.
So we were having a military ball, and Elizabeth and Amy, I had booked this big. It's not even a big Airbnb.
No,
it was like
not
an
big.
Airbnb, but it was out in the middle of nowhere. And so when I was driving up there, I thought I was going to get killed, but I just was like, well, this is already destined. And I told Clay, I was like, as soon as they drive through here, they're going to think I'm trying to kill them.
And we did.
And that was the
Yep.
first time I met both of them. And when they got there, they were both like, hey.
I think
Like,
no, I
looking
think I
around, like-
called you, and I
And
was
you were
like,
like, "Are you
"Where are we? Like, are
where
you
are you
trying to
bringing
kill
us?"
us?" And she's like, "No, just keep coming to the house." Then we get to the house, and I'm like, "Oh, this don't make me feel no better."
It didn't make me feel better either.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Our bedroom had green carpet, and that night I got gum stuck in my hair.
You got gum stuck in your hair?
I don't know.
I'll
if
show
she-
you the
I didn't know
was
that.
full in my-
I'll show you the video later.
I didn't know that.
She did a dance with the creak in the floor.
Oh my gosh. Well, it didn't have Wi-Fi. You
No.
couldn't watch the TV. I think
Yeah.
the TV was a satellite TV, wasn't it?
It was.
Like if you watched TV, it was like had the lines
Yeah, we
in the
didn't watch
TV.
TV.
We tried.
And we
That's
couldn't
when I
do
But
first
like
learned
only
about
like
a
two
hotspot.
channels work, and
Yeah.
we were like, Was what?
When I first learned about it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about a hotspot.
Leave her alone.
You can't hear her.
Tell her to scoot up. There you go.
You gotta talk right in it.
Okay.
And we took our things off, Stan.
Yep,
This is our
see,
first
Stan.
podcast back since it's gone. Thank you.
Sound
for,
okay?
Like, I feel like, see, you can, if I can hear me, then I know y'all can hear me.
But this sounds
Oh.
so much better.
What
Does
is
my
it?
breast stink?
No, you're going.
Ugh.
What does it sound like with those on? Does it sound like muffled?
It's just really
What's that?
far away. Like,
Oh.
this sound is so much more, like, predominant when I
Don't have
sync it
that.
together from the mic.
Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, that was the first time I met them.
Yep.
And then we met in, was it Raleigh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we met halfway in
What?
Raleigh.
So
We met
for
in
my
Raleigh.
birthday, your birthday.
What was your birthday?
My
It
birthday?
was in June. Mhm.
Okay.
But we met, or June or July. One or the other.
My birthday's June. Unless we just couldn't get together till July.
No, because we did
An escape.
an escape room.
Yeah,
We did do
was
that.
fun.
We didn't get out.
Have we ever gotten out?
No.
Together?
I've never been.
Because that first time we went and met them, we did an escape room.
Yeah, and they that guy friended us on Facebook.
He's
Oh, in
still my
Newbern.
friend.
He's still yes.
He's
He's
still
still
my
friends with you.
He
I think I
didn't-
unfriended him.
he
I'm not
didn't
friends with him
friend me.
anymore.
No, he
didn't
only
like
friended
me.
us. But if he knows that I am the way I am now, he probably wouldn't have friended us. He was wanting to get some young girl. But
Yeah, so he friended us, and then I don't know if we did anything else after that. I think we went back and then
Me and
went to
Clay
sleep.
talked about hunting and
And fishing.
I don't know anything about that.
My husband loves to hunt and fish. That's all he'll talk to you about if you'll let him.
The light
the
died.
ring light just died.
It's okay. You can still see us though.
Turn on the overhead light just to add some. Okay.
Quit fiddling.
I fiddle like this. It's a known fact. I fiddle. Look, my computer's dirty. So Kori, we went and saw them. We did not get out. The second time we all met in Raleigh, because by this time I think you were back in Georgia.
No,
I was still in North Carolina because that
Raleigh
was
was halfway between
Raleigh
Newbern
was
and
halfway.
between
Oh,
the two.
okay.
Yeah, because that was the day I bought my car.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Because I called Joe and I was like, "Hey, we're getting a little behind. We were signing." Clay didn't know we were buying a car, but I knew we were buying a car. So we were signing the paperwork, and it was taking a little longer than I thought it was. And I was like, "We're gonna be a little behind." I think we got there at like 12.
We
It was
ate at that
Eight
little
lunch.
firehouse restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the second time we'd ever met. And like, that's the first time we've like ever met in person. Like, we've been friends all these years and never met each other. Like, we've FaceTimed and stuff like that, so it wasn't awkward. And then, well, shortly after that,
Y'all hear those crickets?
They broke up because of me.
We stopped being friends.
Kori ended that friendship. I was like, what?
So I feel like I'm a lot better. But like when I was younger, like if I was done with you, like I'm completely done with you. Like I don't want to talk to you again. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Like I'm just, once you make me like really mad, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like that's it. So now that like I've seen the text messages, I'm like, man, that was a little mean. But they were at the beach, and I think you said y'all were on your way back, or y'all were back.
Yeah, something like that.
And so I had told her something, and I was like, I just never responded to her after that. And then the next text message was from me in September of 2022.
Yeah.
Amy was the reason that we weren't friends anymore.
And I'm the reason they got back together.
Amy is a great person. She really is amazing.
Thank you.
Kori always takes Amy's side. Ever since the friendship,
It's great.
ever since the friendship ended, Kori has tried to stay on Amy's good side.
But Amy is great. She is great. But I understand where she was coming from with it. Like, it was all new for everybody.
Not us. We was best
Well,
friends.
we
Yeah,
were
but
in a
still.
lesbian relationship. I didn't know where the boundary was, and I didn't know it was a me issue. Like I didn't know, like friend. Like I didn't know where that.
She didn't know how to handle me having a girl best friend.
I didn't.
And we were really close.
Like we talked because you lived at home.
Well,
and, like,
yeah, I lived with my parents when we first started being
Yeah,
friends.
but I meant like you.
and then
Didn't
I
have kids.
Yeah, I didn't have kids yet. So I talked to her pretty frequently, which I could understand. You know, it's like you're talking to this person every day. Like, what are you talking to them about? Like, you're on the phone with them all the time. So it's understandable
We was
because,
fine.
yeah, but still, like, you question it and you're just like,
Well, I was still learning. Like our relationship was new. This whole gay thing was new to me. Like I didn't I had to understand. I had to get a full grip on myself.
So Amy was very concerned about the friendship. Kori says that I didn't defend her enough. I think I defended her.
The only reason you're saying that is because you read our text messages.
I've always told you I defended it. But anyway.
She really did.
Well,
And
Which
Amy
made it worse for
And
me.
Amy didn't like that I defended it. You didn't feel like I defended it enough. I was just stuck in the middle. So Kori said, like, bye.
Bitch.
I mean, literally. And then we went 2 years. She didn't never text. I texted her a couple days, like, I'm so thankful for you. Like, she never responded. And so I thought, okay, well, she's just done. And then she took me off all social media. So we weren't friends on anything anymore. And then
she kept having dreams.
Well, 2
about
years
her.
went by. Didn't talk to her. I knew she had a kid.
We had kind of
her daughter.
followed. Like
Was
we
it-
were kind
No,
of
like
watching.
Clay? I think y'all still follow Clay.
Yes, but
And,
we were like through Clay.
Yeah.
So we would watch like your pregnancy
Pregnancy.
throughout, and
Yeah.
when Lila
No.
was born.
You
Yeah.
went
follow Clay.
you went on his social media and took him off me.
There was some
so
way
then
that we
I
could
think
still
I'm
see
friends
that.
with her mom. Her mom and me
Oh.
never
I
became
think
unfriends.
I think Clay and Amy follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah,
I
So
think they do, but I know you
was
took him
part of
off
it
me.
too.
Mason stayed. I'm naming everybody on my podcast. Your mom
okay.
and Maddie. Those were the ones that
Those were
stayed.
the ones that were.
However, we still followed so that we could see Lila and
And
all
see
that
what was
kind of
going
thing.
on,
And
yeah.
so Elizabeth has dreams, very vivid dreams. And so it was like sparingly that she would dream about Kori and their friendship. And then it got more and more and more. And I was like, I'm the problem. So Kori and I both worked at the same place at that time. So we have a little messaging system. So I was like, hey, can you call me when you get a
When
chance?
I saw it, like my heart like stopped because I was like, oh my god, something's wrong. Like something is really wrong because she would not be reaching out to me if something wasn't wrong. But then, yeah, I think you were just like, Elizabeth really misses you, and I think y'all really need to start talking again. And I was like,
she's
okay,
scared to
I'll
reach
out.
out, but here I am.
Well, and I could see Elizabeth's side because I always told Elizabeth, I was like, if you had just reached out to me, like I probably would have responded to you. Like I would not have ignored you. I mean, now, but she didn't know that, and seeing how the friendship was
The
abruptly.
kid softened you a little
abruptly-
bit.
Yeah.
No, like if y'all would have seen those texts she sent to me, or that text, I was like, oh, it's over.
It was very abrupt.
So yeah, it was. Kori's like, you could have just texted me. I was like, why? I was like, you let me know the friendship was over.
You
So-
could have like followed me on Instagram, and I would have been like, oh, okay.
No, if you hurt my feelings bad enough,
I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry to both of y'all.
It's okay. Well, now we're friends. So then we became friends again back in 2022.
Yes.
3.
No,
It was 2022. It was September
Yeah.
2022.
we just hit our
Mhm.
1 year.
Because me and Clay had just
Back
moved
being
back from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We had been there for like 2 months. And I
Yeah.
had Lila. She had just turned 1. And then I found
Yeah.
out I was pregnant with Corbin.
Yeah. And
Corden James.
Corden
My
James.
daughter does not say Corbin. She says Corden.
Corden James.
Corden James.
I love her kids.
They're great.
My daughter's got like an evil laugh. It's very like very evil.
I love her. So then we reconnected, and then like she said, she just found out she was pregnant with her second child. So we went to Georgia
Mhm.
to the gender reveal.
Yeah, y'all came to the gender reveal that I had in like January or February,
Mhm.
and then they
Baby
drove up to my
shower.
baby shower. So they've driven to Georgia twice for me, and that was back and forth. It's 4 hours from where we live, so it's like it was 16 hours.
Yeah,
And they didn't even come down for like a whole weekend. It was like
we came for the
it was
party,
like
and then
the
we
party,
drove
and then
home.
they left. So I'm very
And my
grateful for
shoe
them.
broke.
Yes, it did.
And everybody just thought it was a random something on the floor.
I thought it was part of like Lila's dollhouse.
It was your heel, wasn't
the
it?
heel to my shoe. Like not the heel, but like the sole
The
of
sole
the
part
heel,
of it.
like a plasticky part. Or
Yes.
something.
But it broke at Kori's house.
Yes,
then
both
we
of them.
then we get back home, and we lived it here then because we get
Mhm.
out, we get in the garage, and she gets out, and I said, "Why are your shoes so loud?" She said, "I don't know." And she looked. She said, "My shoes are broke." And they were both broke by that
Both of
time.
them were broke.
Mhm.
What?
And then we figured
didn't
out it
think-
was the random piece because Kori's like, "I picked up that piece, and
I
I
did
didn't
pick
know
it up.
what it was."
I didn't know what it was, but it was just on the ground. But I feel like you don't think about it. You're just like, oh, this must be something my kid dragged out of the
exactly.
floor.
I thought it was Lila's.
Yeah.
And we met in South Carolina.
Yeah.
We went to
That
Gamecocks
was in
and volunteer
November.
game.
Yeah, that was
November,
November.
right?
Scared the shit out of Clay.
Yeah, so my husband does not like man-made, I think that's the right word to use,
Yeah.
man-made stadiums. And that stadium is massive. And we weren't like at the bottom where if something bad happened, you could like run pretty fast. We were at the very, very tip top of the stadium.
We had the wall was behind us. Or a
Yes.
seat behind us, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes, so he was like petrified.
And
like,
it was like cold.
petrified.
We were like all bundled up, and it was South Carolina playing Tennessee, so
Mhm.
it was packed.
And it was the year Tennessee beat
Yes.
Alabama. So
Mhm.
it was like a rowdy group.
And I think Tennessee lost.
Tennessee lost,
Tennessee got
yes.
killed.
So as we're leaving, all these people, because they're wearing Tennessee clothes, and all these people are like booing at them and yelling at them, and I'm like, oh my god, please just get us out of the stadium without getting.
it was so the stadium was shaking like it was rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
It
time
was-
they do their little.
Yeah, like
Their little.
our things would rock. I told them it's like if we ever, well, I think they have vouched.
I would go back to them, but Clay will not be attending
Oh.
them.
Tennessee
I don't
game
mind.
is
I told him I said if
fun.
we go back, you've got to go to Knoxville.
Neyland
I
Stadium is
wouldn't mind
so
going
much
to
fun.
one, but Clay will.
And
Clay
we would
will
sit
drive,
closer.
Clay can drive us, and then he can go do what he wants. We can bring Leah with us. Does she like those?
No,
No.
she does
Oh,
not like
okay.
football.
Well, then well, I guess I can't bring anybody else. Just be all
I don't have
fine
any
with
more
that.
friends. It's okay.
I don't have any other friends really either.
Yeah, it's fine. Just us, three amigos
You
over
have
here.
another friend?
Huh?
You have a friend?
This is a shout out to Ashley Barron. But you don't do situations like that either, so.
The public can be kind of scary.
She
Never know what to expect.
she has really bad like anxiety like
Over
that
stuff
too.
like that. I will say, if I hadn't been pregnant at that time, whatever that like calming anxiety pill is,
Mhm.
if I could have taken one of those, I totally probably would have. Because like my nerves when we got there were like shot. Like okay, so it was freezing, but my nerves were shot. Like I had on these boots with these long socks. I don't even know if y'all noticed this. I think I've told you, but like I was so anxious that like I had like all my layers off. Like
Yes.
I even had my shoes off with my socks off because I was so hot and I was trying to get cold so I could like
Calm down.
calm down a little bit.
Like they had so much anxiety, her and her husband. It was making me have anxiety because so stuff like that. I don't normally get anxiety, but I was like, Amy, she's gonna throw up. I was like, and we're all the way up here, and she's gonna walk down and not come back up. And so I was like, are you okay?
No,
Are you
no.
okay?
Me and Clay had vowed if we walk down these freaking stairs, we're not coming back up
I
these
knew
damn
it.
We're
stairs.
at a Panthers game when we go to the
That was
Panthers
hot.
game.
And hot.
Oh, you can't drink beer there.
Mm-mm.
Because it'd take you all day. By the time it takes forever.
You gotta go all the way. You finish your beer by the time you get back where you're going.
I know. And then
She
you got to
had a
pee.
Big old beer though.
I
Holy
did. It was nasty.
I can't stand when she drinks beer though. She burps.
I feel like it's very bubbly.
It is.
It either makes
me
you really
burp. And then your
gassy
burps
or-
really stink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like the smell of like alcohol.
I don't like the way bourbon smells. Have you smelled bourbon?
I don't think I have. When we came, I think you were telling me to, but nobody ever opened it for me to sniff it.
Me-
Well, the next time
Nealon.
if you come to the house, I'll make you smell it. I feel like you've smelled bourbon before? Oh,
Oh, I'm sure I've smelled it, but I don't.
it's very like it's just
I don't know
it's
what
just
it smells
nasty.
like.
It doesn't.
I don't
smell
know
good.
how people on the TV shows pour like this much bourbon and then they drink it.
My dad
And
and
it's like-
Clay do that. Like they have like a little glass like that much, and then
Do
they
they
put like
put ice
that
in
much.
it?
Yeah, they've got like the circle
Is it
ice and the
on-
cube
Oh,
ice.
wow.
They're
like
very
wine.
fancy.
Like people make that much wine. You know your ass is gonna drink the whole bottle. So
Mhm.
just drink it out of the bottle.
Just drink the bottle.
I was worried about having to bleep Kori out this episode, but
I've
geez,
tried to be
Amy's over
okay.
here cussing.
I normally have a pretty bad potty mouth, but I was informed that I needed to
Oh,
needed to not.
I don't know. I don't like cussing when everybody's listening. I
Yeah,
cuss all
she
the
got a foul
time,
mouth.
but I try not
Yeah.
to cuss on the podcast.
Well, what
I'll be.
I just would rather not.
I mean, I understand that if
Amy's
kids are
like,
watching it.
I mean, like, and Corey's
Well, I
over there.
only
And
said ass and
no, you
bitch.
said a lot of times though, and then you just said them again.
At least you're not on YouTube. Demonetized.
Is there a button for that?
No, don't hit any more buttons. Why? I can't stand when she hits the buttons. What time did we start this? Is that all of our friendship? And then she had
No.
those. So now she's had both of her kids.
Yeah, I've had both my children. And y'all, I posted a TikTok. Elizabeth texted me when I was having my son. I posted a TikTok, And Elizabeth was like, "You're having your son and you didn't even tell me? What the hell?"
I was that friend. She's like laying up in the hospital bed doing a TikTok, and I'm like,
yeah, I did do that.
oh, okay,
You're having your baby?
You're in labor, and I didn't know it.
I had been in labor all night long, though. Like, it was from, like, 6 or 7 the night before, and then I finally, like, 11 o'clock was like, I have to go to the hospital. Like, I can't do this anymore. I need my epidural.
All I was saying was, if you got time to make a TikTok, you got time to send me a text.
There's that.
I'm a really bad...
Yes.
I'm really bad at responding. So we normally, like, send videos on Snapchat, and, like, we'll talk about stuff. All of us will do that together. But, like, I'm really bad about where, like, she'll send me something, and then I'll read it, like, 2 or 3 days later. So she was telling me what the plan was for this weekend. And in the video that she sent me, because I was watching it in the bed last night, she goes, she has her phone like this, and she goes, and you're probably not going to watch these until you're actually at my house. And I was in the bed, and I just wiped out of it, and I was like, I'm going to act like I didn't hear that.
Yes, yeah, I called her out.
And she'll send a TikTok. I'm like, I don't know why you're sending this to her. Not a TikTok, but a Snap.
Yeah.
She won't read it for 4 days.
And I don't. I really don't. I'm so
Yeah,
bad
she's
about
so
it.
bad.
Like, I have to catch up, and then it's like by the time I catch up and I send it back, then you're like, I don't even know what you're
What
talking
were we
about.
talking about?
Like literally, it's not a couple hours. It's days. There are days before she watches it.
I'll just get rid of Snapchat, and then we'll just text each other.
And then sometimes I'll be like, go watch my Snap. And she'll be like, okay.
Okay. And then I still don't watch it
No.
for like a couple hours. Like,
Yeah.
I normally try to watch it when I get home and I'm, like, laid down and my kids are asleep. But even then, like, I don't really do that either.
No.
So
But she calls me. We call and talk on the phone more than anything.
I do that probably, like, when we lived, my parents' house flooded, so, like, we've been all over the place. But when we lived a further way where I worked from, it was like a 30-minute drive, so I'd call you after work. But now I call her at lunch and talk to her for, like, 15, 20 minutes. And we catch up. We catch up a little bit then.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot going on with my family.
We love her family. I love your mom.
They're so sweet. All of them are so nice.
Getting her passport.
They are all sweet, but I feel like it's any family, you know, like you just kind of butt heads. My family, we just butt heads just a little bit more than most families do. But
Well, so last night, Amy and her mom, they had to go to a
viewing.
visitation or a viewing. So me and Kori, we went and got dinner after I got off work.
We ate Texas Roadhouse.
Was that one of your favorites too?
I love their rolls.
I love their rolls.
You can order them just the rolls.
Yeah,
We did.
we did
And you
that.
have done that?
For my birthday 2 years ago.
I
we
didn't
did.
know that until some girl had posted that that's what she does for like all her family gatherings,
Mhm.
and she orders like a
And
dozen.
it's not expensive.
No, it's like $6.
No,
Not
it
even
comes
that
with
much.
a good bit of the butter too.
Yeah, they give you like 6 or 7.
So we went to Texas Roadhouse,
Mhm.
talking about her family, and they're just butting heads. And I'm thinking, we was sitting there talking last night, and this was how Kori was talking. And I was like,
First of all, it's very loud in there.
Kori. And I was like, huh? And I would lean up on the table, huh?
And Clay's gonna watch this and be like, "I told you."
And she would talk a little bit louder. I'd be like, okay. And like, huh? I can't hear you.
I'm very soft spoken. Like
Yes.
I feel like I used to not be soft spoken. I don't really remember in high school how I talked. But like the older that I get, the more it's just kind of, I guess it's mellowed out. So everybody tells me that like I can't hear you. Like whenever we go out to eat, the waitresses normally Clay's like, they can't hear you. You need to pick up
megaphone.
and they're doing how you were saying you did this morning,
like,
where they're
trying
like
to-
where they like lean in further and then they look at me and they try to read my lips and they can't, and then Clay will finally just look at me and go, "Speak up, she can't hear you." And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, so it's y'all, it's Clay's mom, it's my family, it's Clay, it's everybody.
And it didn't help that we were sitting like right beside them dancing, and they did crank that music up.
Well, I had told her, I was like, they're about to start dancing because I don't know, I think it's all Texas Roadhouses, but they start that
when
song.
that song comes on.
Yes, and
Cotton
so
Eye Joe, is it? I don't know.
It was a song, and it literally said Texas Roadhouse, and I was like, they got
Yeah.
a song that talk about Texas Roadhouse. I said, that's on my playlist.
Yeah, but they had like turned the volume up to like
So loud.
60, and she would looked at me and was like, hey, they get really loud. I was like, they're about to start dancing, and at that time they had started to line up, and then
Then it
started
was-
doing their little like
and they clapping, and,
hall dancing.
and then I was like, I'm embarrassed for them, and Corey's like, I'll get out. Oh yeah, you're supposed to
I was
dance
so
in front of the
I'm
podcast
not dancing for
today.
y'all. I told her, I was like, you should work here. You would make good money. She goes, no, I'm not doing that.
She would have to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Are you kidding?
I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think working there would be too bad. I've heard that, and I mean, it's depending on the location and like what night it is, but I've heard people make good money.
Well, that place is always packed.
They look pretty packed. But y'all's parking lot is really small. Like, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. Like, our Texas Roadhouse, because she was like, we park in the hotel across the street. And in my head, I was like, what in the hell? Why? First of all, I learned this about her yesterday. She parks at the very end of the parking lot for everything.
Yes.
We went to Walmart.
Ain't nobody in her car.
Oh my God. We went to Walmart and she's over by the end. I was like, if you ever get kidnapped, it's going to be easy. Like, it's going to be so easy. But I was just thinking like, man, she really parked in the hotel like that? But then I realized how close it was. But ours is like, it has a lot more space than that.
No, and ours is always full, and you have to drive around and around. So we've started parking in the hotel. And
Well, it says on their
like
little
just
sign
tight,
that it has
like, you
overflow in
can't
there.
pass.
Yeah. Well, she had pulled.
It's annoying.
She
People
pulled
are
in, and there was
yeah.
this guy that was parked, and he started to walk, and she didn't hit him, but this was very close. But she's a good driver. That's not me saying that. This was just in the parking lot, and then
I was just trying to
she
pull
was trying
into
to
my
turn in,
space, and he started
and
walking.
he's like standing, and then he looks at the cars, and he goes, "Yeah, you might want to back up a little bit." And I was like, "You should roll the window down." I say, "Thank you." She goes, "No." So she just smiled, and she backed up, and then she turned, and he goes, "You're good now." And we were both like, "Oh my God,
No,
okay."
He said, you might want to back up. And I was like, I didn't have my window down. I'm yelling in my
I told
car.
her, I said, "Roll the windows down." She said, "No."
I was like, I didn't think I was going to make it. And Corey's like, roll the window down. And I'm like, no.
You're already talking to him. Just roll it down.
There was a barrier. You see that
There
barrier?
was a
that
barrier.
there. Yeah.
It protected me. Then we went to Bass Pro Shop, and I parked really far away. And she's like, you're killing me with this.
Look,
Not to mention how
I'm lazy.
fragrant the car is.
Oh, Elizabeth has. So I learned yesterday. I got in the car and it did smell strong, but I didn't think much of it because it wasn't like crazy. I used to work at
And it's
Kirkland, so
old.
I'm used to it. Yes.
Like since the fall.
And I had seen that they were empty, and I was like, "Oh, these are empty." And I was like, "Oh, they're empty." Like I had looked at them because I was gonna smell them. She goes, "Oh yeah, when we're at Walmart, I need to get more." And I was like, "Okay." Like, and when we got there, she got like the 2 little things that you put in your vents, and then she got the 3 trees. And I was like, when we got back to their house, I was like, "You don't put all of those in your car, do you?" And she goes, "Yes, I do. I put those 2 in, and then I put 1 tree under my seat, 1 tree under the passenger seat, and then where do you put the other one in the back seat?" And I was like, okay, no wonder nobody wants to get in your car.
Nobody ever says it stinks, though.
It does not stink. It doesn't stink. I will say
It smells
that.
very fragrant.
It's very, very, very.
And like, I used the black ice, so it smells like a straight up man.
It's very strong. But it's not like, I guess right now, since you've not changed it in a while, it's not as like strong as it would be had you changed it. So she goes, "Well, do you want me to wait till you leave?" I said, "Yes."
So I can't put
Go
those
ahead
in
and
until after Corey leaves. So they're on the kitchen table.
Do your
And then
kids
she
say
didn't think
anything?
our house smells fresh enough with our wax melts.
They have like
No,
3
So
wax
she
warmers.
orders.
No, our
Plug-in.
house has been smelling like mildew. Like since our air's been running constantly because it's been warmer, it just stinks. And so I cleaned
I
out.
think it's your breath.
Does it stink?
I think that's what you smell.
Does my breath stink right now? If you have to smell
No.
it, then you haven't smelled it.
But maybe that's what you're smelling. Your memo breath.
I don't think it smells. Like,
Jesus.
as an outsider coming in, like, I don't think it smells like that.
Well,
Like, I just smelled the air fresheners in the wall and the wax warmers.
yeah. So we got candle melts, and I don't have a bunch of walls, so we got 3 candle warmers. 1 in our bedroom, 1 in the living room.
Do you
and
have one in here?
It's up on the thing.
Oh, you do.
And 1 in the kitchen. So only 3, and then we have 2 wall plugs. And 1 wall plug is right when you walk in, like the front door, and the other one is up in the hallway up here. So the rooms that don't have air stuff can smell fresh. So I don't overly.
There's scents. It smells good, but there are a bunch of scents. But it doesn't smell like.
I would
it's
rather
not
somebody come in
overpowering.
my house and be like, "Oh, it smells strong," or "It smells good," than like, "Oh, Amy's house smells like cat pee. I don't want to go eat over there." Would
And
you
she's-
not rather somebody come in and be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
your house is so clean. I don't even want to sit
Yeah.
down." rather than-
But she's also very cleanly, which isn't bad. It's not a bad thing at all. She doesn't like germs.
No.
So she's very like particular on her cleaning. And yesterday we went and got gas too 'cause she had to get gas. She gets out of the car. She goes to pump the gas. And she comes back. She opens the door and she grabs hand sanitizer and puts hand sanitizer on. I was like, "Why'd you do that?" And she goes, "Well, because my hands were dirty." I said, "But if you had just waited until you were done pumping gas, then you wouldn't have had to get Germ-X on again." And she just looked at me and she goes, "But yeah, it just makes me feel better." And she's just over there like rubbing, I don't know if y'all can hear this, but rubbing her hands with the Germ-X. And then I think I've seen you. I mean, it's not bad to wash your hands, but I think I have seen you wash your hands like 40 times since I've been here. And I just got here last night at like 2:30.
I have a thing in Germex that I keep, that I pump, like the kids wear, I wear. But I make my kids that I keep wash their hands. They come in the mornings after their parents sleep. We wash their hands. Then they go eat breakfast. We wash their hands with soap and warm water, like not just Germex. I wash their hands throughout the day as much as I wash my hands.
It's very clean. That's not bad though. No. But I feel like the germs get to you quickly.
Well, that's kind of why we ain't been doing podcasts, because I've been sick the last couple weeks.
All the Germex she used.
She's severely afraid of the
stomach bug,
and she ended up with it last weekend.
See, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I was also kind of having like this allergic reaction side effect to some pills I was taking. And so I'd gotten sick like a weekend and then didn't get sick and then got sick a weekend. And when you get the stomach bug, you're not going to get it that close. There's a time frame where you're immune to it.
I wonder if you had it that first time. Like
if I had it, I think I had it the second time. But I don't know. But I was having some severe side effects to some medicine I was taking. And so I think that's kind of why I was sick there for a while. Not any germs.
We've had the stomach bug ever since we had kids. Mm-hmm. And that has been like the reality of it. Like Lila was in daycare and we got it that year that we had her in 2021. And then we got it the year in 2022. And then we got it again this past year.
Mm-hmm. And when she starts school, it's going to be...
I'm really hoping that this is our off year. I'm hoping this is our off year. Like, this stomach bug is like... I'm not scared of it, like the anticipation, you. Like, I would rather get it over with than just sit there and, like, wait for it to come.
That's what I do. I just wait for it.
And I can't, like, I don't mind that.
It's going to hit me.
I don't mind that at all. Like, I'd rather it come and then, like, be done with it.
Because like once I'm sick, it's like I don't fear throwing up, pooping, whatever it is. Like it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But I am the type of sick person that
she's man sick.
Huh?
You get man sick.
Oh, you
I don't think I do, but Amy says I do. I lay in bed and don't do anything. How is that man sick?
You say,
If you have the stomach bug, your stomach hurts. Like what? Okay, let me lay there and act like my stomach doesn't hurt.
I'm not getting in this conversation.
So anyway, but I'm the type of person that like after I was like throwing up and stuff, because I did throw up the couple weekends ago, but I don't know what I had. It was a side effect of them pills, but I was cleaning the toilet as I was throwing up. I had Clorox wipes every time I was done and leave.
There ain't no way. When I was sick, I had my little bucket. I was downstairs trying to like keep myself away from everybody else because I live with, how many people do I live with? 6 people? Yeah. I think something like that. I live with a bunch of people. So like I didn't want them to get it. My dad had already gotten it. Mm-hmm. My daughter got it first and then my dad got it and then I got it. So I was trying to stay away from my mom, my husband, and my son. And I was downstairs and my mom could hear me downstairs and with my little bucket. And she was like, "Are you okay?" And then at that point, like I was trying to talk to her as I'm vomiting. And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "I'm so sorry. Like, please don't come down here. Like, just stay where you're at." But heck no. Ain't no way I'm cleaning with Lysol. I'm just about to be sick.
I'm cleaning because I'm throwing up in the bathroom. Amy shares with me, and so I try.
Why don't you become a maid? Like, genuinely.
I am a maid.
Well, like, why don't you have that as, like, a little side job? Go clean people's houses. I feel like that's, like, I can't think of the word for it. Not, like, a detoxing thing for you. But, like, it's
like it's a satisfaction
thing.
Like, I think it helps.
It helps your
instant gratification.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Like,
it makes you be clean. And if I was cleaning up them throw-ups, then make sure my family don't get it.
You know, because you like crime stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You like crime stuff, too. Y'all could start a little crime business where, like, when people, like, die in their houses, and you have to go clean that up.
If it stunk, I don't know if I could do it.
It would probably stink. Mm-hmm. You'd probably get paid good money for it.
I probably, yeah.
Because, I mean, you're cleaning up someone else's. I think.
I cleaned out my air vents this week. Ours were in the floor, picked it up, vacuumed all in them, cleaned all we change our air filters regularly, but, like, I took the panels off and washed them in the sink and vacuumed all in there and got the dust out of there.
Spring cleaner.
I'm like, I don't know if y'all know who Danny Tanner is, but this past week I cleaned my vacuum cleaner.
You clean your vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
How do you clean your vacuum cleaner? Like you take it out and you wash it?
Yeah, I put a new air filter in and then I wash it and get all the dust out and then I'll like take off the bottom and get all the hair and stuff out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't be doing that. I don't even know if we changed the air filter. But I feel like vacuums get, like, as soon as our vacuum starts to stink, we just get a new one.
Oh, I just changed the air filter and clean it.
See, we just throw it away.
Okay.
We just throw ours away. But then you save money. You're not wasting money on a vacuum like we do.
I do want to get that steam mop thing.
Oh, I
feel like
think
it'd
I
be
have.
messy.
I think I have something like that where it's like sorry, I didn't mean to touch your thing. There's like these. There's like these. I can't think of what it's called, but it's got like these two little mop pads on it,
And they swirl.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have one of those, but maybe I didn't do it right. But the floor we had vinyl floors in our old house, I think, or something like that. So it never looked right. But I don't think you're supposed to use certain things on vinyl and certain things on hardwood. So I just stopped using it. And my mama ain't gonna let me use that because it'll fuck in my floors. Well, she done lost her floors.
Well, they
now.
ruined now.
She done lost her floors now.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
It's sad. Amy had to sleep on the couch last night. We've got to hurry this up. We
I
got to
know.
close this out.
Yeah, it's been a long.
This episode will continue over to the next episode, or this conversation will continue over to the next episode that we are fixing to record. We have another special guest joining us, and no, it is not Clay or Kori's children.
I'm gonna need Lila to be on one day.
I'll
That
bring
would be
her
so
one day.
fun.
Let her talk in the mic.
Claude and James. Okay, that was awkward. We are gonna end
I was
this.
making sure you said it wrong. I was like, because now in my mind his name's Corbin. That's all I say.
His name is not Corbin anymore.
But our next.
Oh wow.
We get.
Oh, it recorded. Our next episode has another special guest, so stay tuned for next week. Bye.
Bye.